roadblocks that stop you from making great money as an online coach. So what if you don't know anything? What if you don't know something that they ask about? You were in a coaching call and someone says, "Hey, what about blank?" And you don't know the answer to that. Well, this is a common objection to coaching, but almost every time I coach someone, they ask me something that I have no clue about. Every single time. So a lot of people think they have to know every single answer to everything. They think, I've got to put in a good 15 years of hard work and study before I'm worthy of being called a coach or consultant. That's not true, and so if someone asks me a question I don't know, I simply say to them, I have no idea. I mean, when someone says, well, how do I get my testing to be configured so that the pop-up comes out of the back end where the order form shows up, and that's where you have the one-click upsell? I simply say, I have no idea. You know, John asked me how to propagate his DNS for a cPanel to get his jigger-whack condenser properly functioning. I said, no, I don't know. I have no idea. So I simply tell John that I don't know. I don't have any idea how to do that, and here is what I do know. You could find the answer to your jigger-whack problem very easily. Let's research it together, or let's look it up, or let's go find a solution to that. But usually, whatever John is trying to succeed at is not really important to his success. You understand? That's not your role, unless your role is to be a jigger-whack condenser expert. Make sense? Fear. Let's talk about that for a second. The biggest reason why people refrain from coaching are all the different types of fears that come into play. Fear of being ridiculed is a big one. They're afraid that people are going to laugh and make fun of them or ridicule them for their coaching. Fear of embarrassment, especially fear of ridicule from the public for offering coaching. That's a big one. I don't know if I want to offer coaching because everyone else is going to make fun of me because I haven't been doing this for that long. So that's why I say, declare yourself an expert now so those fears and ridicules start getting trumped, because sometimes that's just in your own head. The only ones that will typically offer any ridicule sometimes are your own personal peers, and they are, in my view, not the ones that are going to be buying from you. And anyone in a marketplace that ridicules you, well, they just have problems with you. That's part of the cost of doing business. You're always going to get ridicule, so just deal with it. Fear of embarrassment, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of work ethic, like that's a big one. A lot of people think, oh, it's going to be too much work, so much hard work. It's not. It's just not. And even if it was hard work, so what? If you are doing what you love and is satisfying and grateful, then it's fun. You know, if you love watching TV 8 hours a day, is that hard work? Some would think it would be, those who are not into watching television. But for something that you're really into, to you, it's not considered work at all. Fear of being uncomfortable. Just tons of fear prevent people from moving forward. So what if you conquered all of your fears and just destroyed them and then don't have any fears anymore? Then what would you do consulting-wise? Think about these fears that prevent you from moving forward as a six-figure coach, and then imagine you had no fears. None. What would you do? What kind of person would you be? How would you act? What would you say? Start looking at yourself from that perspective, and it changes everything, doesn't it? Here's the best way I know to defeat these fears. Start coaching for free. So if you want to be a coach, a six-figure coach or a seven-figure coach, and you have all these fears, then I say go out and start doing it for free. Who is going to complain about free coaching? And if they do, you're not going to feel so bad. You're going to say, it's free, you idiot. Why are you ridiculing me? So just go out and do it for free and watch what happens. If you fail, so what? It's not like they paid you anything, right? If they don't like you, so what? If you end up not wanting to coach ever again, so what? There will be no refunds that you have to deal with because it was for free. It's practice. You can test it all out for free. You could get a group of people following you, coaching for free. You could do one-on-one coaching for free just to see how you like it and how good you are at it, or even if you want to continue doing it, and even if they are getting any value out of it. Just try it for free first, and you'll see how much people will appreciate you. You realize how much that you do know, and you realize more than you even realize now, how much they will appreciate you. You are standing up as a leader, and just because you are standing on stage, even if you are doing this online or with Skype or even through email, you are standing up on stage and you're putting yourself up on a pedestal. You are standing out above the noise, and you're putting yourself up in a leadership type position, and they will really, really admire you and appreciate you just for doing that.